morning. I'm Matthew Scandone.
And I'm Alberto Escolar.
And this is World War II News. Today we have three special guests, all the dictators of the Axis powers.
Let's first start with Hitler, the dictator of Germany.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Well, let's start with the first question. Why are you so passionate about leading Germany?
I was a failed artist in Germany. I was wounded in World War I, and I saw all the mass devastation that our country went through, and I wish to restore pride in our military and in our country once again.
So, following that question, what is your plan to obtain this national pride in Germany again?
I will get this national control in Germany again, and I have outlined my plan in full detail in my biography, Mein Kampf, with details about anti-Semitic views that will help cleanse our country of this horrible Jewish influence.
So let's go to the third. What is your internal policy plan?
My internal policy plan is to get rid of and break the unfair rules of the Treaty of Versailles and make my country great again. Let's sign this non-aggression pact so that Germany's and the Soviet Union's interests are both put first and protected.
I agree.
Little does he know that this means nothing, and we will stab him right in the back.
Okay, lastly, what is your external policy plan?
My external policy plan is to conquer land within Germany and make my military strong and greater than it ever was before.
Okay. Thank you for your time. We have just received word that Germany tried to invade the Soviets, breaking the non-aggression pact, which stated that the Soviets and Germans would keep each other's interests first and protected.
Well, because of the Battle of Stalingrad, Hitler will soon realize how difficult fighting in Russia is and how his plan of world domination is going to fall apart.
We will be back after this short commercial.
Women, we need you to get men's jobs during the war on the home front.
Some of these jobs include factory workers, rationing food and munitions, and nursing.
Your help would be greatly appreciated. Call 1-800-WAR to get a job.
And we're back with our second guest,
The dictator of Italy, Mussolini.
Buongiorno.
How did you gain power in Italy?
Well, first of all, I created my party, fascist party, founded with right-wing ideas, and I helped King Victor Emmanuel III with some revolution that he had, and finally he gave me the power of Italy.
So, how do you expect to control your population, control the people?
Well, I pretend to do that with secret police that I will call the black shirts, and also with massive propaganda announcements.
Earlier in the interview, you mentioned your fascist party, this right-wing organization that is now ruling Italy. Explain a little bit more to us what that is.
Well, you're right. I explained that the fascist party, or as I call it, Fazzi di Combattimento, is mainly form of right-wing ideas. That means that I will control the whole nation by myself, and I will try to restore the integrity and greatness of Italy.
And lastly, what is your external policy?
Well, my external policy is mainly trying to conquer as much land of North Africa as I can, so I can weaken some of the allies nation, for example Britain and France. And I also want to make a kind of an alliance with Japan and Germany, so we'll be able to beat them.
Japan, Germany, and Italy all agree to sign tripartite pact. I agree.
agree.
I agree.
We are now allied.
Thank you.
Okay, well,
Shall we
thank
go?
you, and we'll be back after this short commercial.
Do you want to help America win the war? Invest in war bonds today.
Your donation will be help provide for our troops and bring us closer to victory overseas.
Welcome back to World War II news. Next is
Prime Minister Hideki Tojo of Japan.
the two Axis leaders we talked to this morning were dictators. How does your government differ from theirs?
Well, I'm different from the other two leaders because I like Japan by the military powers, and the military powers control the whole country instead of the dictatorship.
Well, because of your military-run government, would you say that your desire for land and power has grown?
Yes, I wish to conquer more land to gain power and make Japan strengthen in our resources, economic, and land.
Who is the biggest military force that is against you taking land, and who will be the biggest force trying to stop you?
Well, I think that America will be the biggest obstacle in gaining power and land.
So, how will you take care of making sure that America won't get in your way of your taking over of land and power?
I'm assigning Chuchi Naguma to my military to place an attack Pearl Harbor in Hawaii to cripple their military strength.
And now we will go to some footage of the attack that the Prime Minister was talking about. Many of us are wondering why Spain has not gotten involved in this war, joining the Allies or joining the Axis powers. Let's take it over to Alberto and he'll explain why.
Well, Spain during this time suffered a coup d'etat, and General Francisco Franco went into the government, overthrowing the republic that was already stated. So Spain was divided by two sides mainly. The first one will be the Republican side, supported by the anarchists, the communists, and all the people from Spain, and it was also supported by some other nations, for example, the Soviet Union, United States, Mexico, and that's it mostly. Well, also for some allied powers as Britain. And the other side was the rebellious side with some fascist ideas as Italy had, and it was supported by the Axis powers and by Portugal. Well, some of the most important battles are the Ebro battle, some air battles that were mostly, mostly all of them were won by the rebellious side because they had the aircraft of Germany. That's mostly it.
This is why Spain's turmoil within their own country prevented them from joining World War II.
That is the conclusion of our broadcast today.
As the war unfolds, we will continue to bring you the most current news. My name is Alex.
My name is Harry. Signing off World War II News.